Atrebatum, Roman town of Britain.
What year was it started?
In AD 43. So you really have to use your imagination when we're walking around. That's what it would have looked like. Today all that remains is some of the wall and the amphitheater. And then this is, some of the gateways are still there. They've lost their roofs, but you can again, if you need to imagine what it would have looked like.
Yeah, gotta use your imagination.
As you walk around.
Right. Roman town.
Hello and welcome to Silchester. Our tour starts at the car park. Stay here for a moment while we tell you a little bit about what awaits us today. We're about to step back 2,000 years to the time of Roman Britain. Silchester, or Calleva Atrebatum, as it was called then, was a large, imposing town. Not much of it remains today, but with the help of Professor Michael Fulford, who's been excavating this site for over 30 years, we'll be able to look beneath the surface and discover the life of Calleva. We've just entered the Roman city of Calleva Atrebatum.
We've just come through the Roman town wall and we're standing at the western edge of the Roman town, and if you look along the pathway in front of you, you can see some farm buildings which are just inside the far side of the town. So that's more than a kilometre away across the site. And to left and right, the green fields are all part of the interior of the town, within the walls. And you have to imagine them full of buildings, shops and workshops running down the principal street of the town. So lots of shops, workshops running down towards the far distance. And then beyond those on either side you've got a whole range of houses, different sizes, shapes, some with mosaics, some with heating. You've got public buildings like the Forum Basilica, which is the main public building of the town. You've got temples, and then on the far side to the southeast you've got the baths, and the whole array of what is a typical Roman town in Britain.
So let's walk through the town. Go down the track straight ahead, the one that's leading through the fields. Silchester was not founded by the Romans. It appears to have been established during the Iron Age, between about 20 and 10 BC, and might even be the earliest urban settlement in the British Isles. The name Calleva dates from that time. Atrebatum was later added by the Romans.
Calleva is a Celtic word. Calleva is Celtic for woody place, and Atrebatum is the genitive of Atrebates, which is the collective for the tribe, of which Calleva was the centre. So Calleva was the centre of the Atrebates, Calleva Atrebatum.
Total respect to your mum. Oh, you're brilliant.
I may be old, but I still climb over.
But you're not getting your shoes down.
I get my shoes.
She's like you.
Yeah. I'll climb over before I go through.
Hello.
We've made an absolute mass of finds, and they range from coins and brooches to fragments of jewellery, of a whole range of household items. So we can see, so for example, how people's dress fashions change over time. We can see how their interest in exotic foods change over time through the different types of vessels which carry
Two
food.
pairs of mutter.
Yeah.
So who said we couldn't go over fences for dates?
So I don't need to worry about
Right.
climbing over a stile.
Let me get everybody's picture in front of the sign. Right, I don't have a way to take a picture. Can you take a picture?
Why don't you go in it?
Right. I got that on film. I don't have to use my imagination.
That's okay, I didn't care. I could get over it.
I have to say, the thoughts going through my mind were, okay, this is it, we've got to turn around and go back.
Oh no. No.
When you said, I am not walking through that, I thought, that is it. It is
No,
over. It is
no,
over.
I knew I could go over the gate.
We're standing outside the southeastern entrance to the amphitheater, so you're looking into the arena space where all the games and activity took place, and then to left and right you've got the grassy banks now with trees on top, which were where the spectators either stood or sat on benches all the way around. So you've got the theatre in the round here, and on the far side you can see another entrance which is not quite fully excavated, that takes you right the way across and out into the country beyond.
Walk into the amphitheatre and stand in the centre. Then press play.
But this would have been much lower.
Yeah.
So that wall would have been higher, so that if you were down here doing your fighting or whatever it might have been, you couldn't get out. And then all the seating would have been around the edge.
What you can see around you is the remains of the wall which kept the spectators from the activities in the arena, and which also supported the seating which then ran up on top of the bank. And the bank would have been a little higher than what it is now, maybe a metre or so higher, but you're pretty much seeing it as it was back in the late 1st century. So this has been here for nearly 2,000 years.
As you approach the church, you'll begin to see the remains of the Roman city wall.
Yeah, this is a good bit of the wall here.
This is a wonderful example of the city wall running along the southern side, and you can see its structure of several courses of flint, then those capped by bands of stone which isn't kind of native to this area, which is brought in from a distance, some of it from as far away as the quarries in the Bath region, and rising up, if you can imagine, above where it stands now, more courses than a parapet to crown it, but giving you a tremendous view from the parapet walk to the south.
This is the site of the South Gate, one of the 4 main gates into the city. You can still see the remains of the piers which supported the archway. The road was a single carriageway, and it went straight across town to a similar single portal gate at the north side, about a kilometre distance from here. If you look across, you may be able to just make out a bit of wall around the northern side. This gives you an idea of the huge area that's being defended.